Overwatch 2 will never actually die, at least not as a result of Marvel Rivals. Firstly, you've probably heard this before, but Overwatch has sauce. Now, if you're a Marvel Rivals player and you don't know what that means, it's Spider-Man, literally. If you've ever played Spider-Man, you know how dynamic his kit is. He's fun to play, you feel free, and you really get to experience playing the character as if you were the character themselves. Spider-Man is arguably the best interpretation of this in Marvel Rivals, at least in my opinion. Now, the reason this is so important is because it feels super fun and immersive. Actually feeling like you're a hero yourself is what keeps players coming back for more. Additionally, in turn, I feel like this gives way more of a dopamine hit. And you can even see Apply saying that here.
Yeah, I feel the dopamine pouring into my brain after playing Cloak and Dagger all day, playing Overwatch now.
Secondly, Overwatch is adapting to Marvel Rivals. Now, this is really good for both sides. Soon after Marvel Rivals dropped, Overwatch started making some radical changes in the way it's played. Adaptability for games is super important, in particular for consumers like us, because it makes sure we're not in a monopoly. Marvel Rivals is unironically saving Overwatch rather than leading it to its death. Third, Overwatch is first person. Now, I don't think first person alone is enough of a reason for someone to prefer playing Overwatch over Marvel Rivals, but it does help with the immersion and the sauce we mentioned earlier. Fourth, Marvel Rivals lacks Overwatch's dynamism. Now, am I crazy? Because Marvel Rivals has some crazy kits. Everyone says they're overtuned and you actually feel like the hero you're playing, but is that true? Half of the support alts just give you Zenyatta's Transcendence for a bit longer. You don't get a nano boost or a Baptiste window or something that'll actually change the way you're going to play the fight in a meaningful and fun way. And this isn't limited to supports either. A lot of weapons seem a lot more specialized. Take Wolverine for example. He will rip up tanks any day of the week, but when it comes to fighting literally anyone else, he kinda gets bodied. Now, I don't think this makes it objectively worse than Overwatch. It is super nice to have some specialization to help tune some characters to fit their actual assigned role, but it does leave you longing for more sometimes. Of course, dynamism has its pitfalls too. Look at Kiriko for example. You can win every 1v1 with 3 immortalities. Yikes. Lastly, FPL. FPL is insanely good for the community. You basically get ranked premium with people who you know are good, and you get to pick the teams yourself. It's an incredible addition to Overwatch, and it really shows that although Overwatch has been under-delivering ever since Overwatch 2, it's not out of the game yet. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Overwatch is better than Marvel Rivals, or vice versa? Personally, I think they're both great games, and they both offer fun and unique experiences that are just super chill. Marvel Rivals is a bit more laid back and specialized, while Overwatch gives you a bit more chances to try to prove your worth.